Anybody have a comment, question, or anything that we can share today?
This is Robert. I've got a comment. One of the things that we learned today in our financial game perspective, and one of the things that Kirk mentioned was taking away something each day, taking a nugget away. And at the end of the week, if you're looking for a nugget every day that you can internalize and grab onto, go ahead and take that. So actually, I took up 2 nuggets today in framing up what we're doing in this Fit Fun game. The big one that I think Gamplify does, and what we do in this focused environment of the Fit Fun game, is this idea of beingness, this idea of clarity of our health, this idea of focused health. And one of the comments that came up was, or that Kirk mentioned, was that people that have the most clarity or beingness or focus will operate in the most authority, dominion, and upper realm success. And so this Fit Fun game, at times people are going, why am I got to record these things every day? It's all about being part of who we are in the process. It's about the focus. It's about the clarity. It's about the intentionality. And so that's one thing I pulled from today that goes into the Fit Fun process. And then the whole Gamplification process. What is it? If I were going to make one quote about the Gamplification process and what everyone's going through, especially the new people coming on board, the Gamplification process creates exponential leverage in the disciplines that lead to transformational habit exchanges. And when I formed this up just after a call today, the Gamplification process creates exponential leverage in the disciplines that lead to transformational habit exchanges. What that means is, in this process, you will form absolute good habits, and you will exchange them for absolute not so good habits. and what entails is a transformational existence with transformed life, transformed lifestyles. So I just want to encourage you, in those that are starting and those that are continuing. And Kyle and I we're not gurus at it, but we're moving towards we're desiring to be gurus and focused and intentional about our health going forward for the rest of our lives. And we're excited about this process. So anyway, with that, I'll give it back to you, Kyle.
Great share, Robert. Great notice. And guys, that right there, and I want to really congratulate Robert for not only participating in the calls, but really in listening. I mean, there's all different levels of listening, right? And I understand that certain people might be getting their kids ready or getting ready for work, maybe have this on speakerphone, and we would rather get that level of nutrients into your body, right? Hey, if that's what you have to do because this time frame is busy for you, man, put it on speakerphone, cook that lunch, do whatever you got to do, and just passively listen. But when you actively listen, it's like those enzymes that are in the nutritional shake that literally open up the pathways for the amino acids and the nutrients in the shake to be delivered directly to the cell in a very absorbable way. And the absorption ratio of our nutrients is really what makes the isogenic nutritional system very unique. It's built for absorption. The body wants to absorb nutrients. And what you've done, Robert, today is open up your mind. And you took some notes. And you not only took those notes, but you re-assimilated them into a way that would be your language, your story, your truth, your revelation. And I love how Peter Greenlaw says, some of those amino acids and glutathione, they go in and they actually break down the toxin and then recompile it to a way that it's no longer toxic to the body and can become water soluble and be flushed out of the body. And that's that replacement of good habits via replacing the bad habits. And so great job, Robert, today on really noticing that process within our psychology and cleaning off your windows, as we talked about today, and really stepping in and putting the nutrients of these calls into you. Because I guarantee you the people that are producing the most results on this are people who are staying consistent with the nutritional system and who are also plugging into the tribe. Those people are the ones that are producing the absolute most phenomenal results on this whole thing. So great job, Robert. Great share. Ricci, I see you got your hand raised.
I do. Good morning. I just, was listening to Robert speak, and it was making me think so much about how profound something can be when we think we're doing one thing for one reason and it translates into amazing life shifts. And it brought me back to when I was in the Dream Coach certification. We had integrity around our timeliness, because you can imagine trying to, corral 100-plus people into a room after breaks and after lunch and in the morning and for pictures and just for all kinds of things that we had to do. We had to really set strong intentions around our agreements with time, even if it was just in that space. And what that did was opened you up to looking at other areas of your life where you set agreements with yourself and where we may need to look at those areas. Believe, exactly what Robert was saying and what the game system does is that, we think we're embarking on this journey for one thing, but as we do and we commit ourselves and we make those agreements and we're doing this together as a team, there's a little bit of accountability, and we hold ourselves accountable and hold ourselves in the light of excellence with this game that permeates all areas of our lives. And there's so many metaphors and so many things we can do. And like you say, Kyle, to level up in other areas of our lives, not just with the nutrition, but with our professional lives, with our relationships. It's a total transformation. It can really be a true life transformation.
Awesome share, Ricky. You're breaking up just a tad bit. We caught it all, and that is so true, Ricky. And I love, the tie-in. All the events that I've attended live, that the speaker would be willing to hold the context of that level of intention. I got so much greater value out of those seminars and out of those events because everybody was showing up and all people were playing the level of intention. There's something that happens in the quantum realm when people come into agreement together, and that level of agreement creates a force multiplication in the environment around them. And that's another powerful part of the pod, of the tribe that you're creating. Each team is a pod. It's a seedbed of opportunity in the fitness and every area of our lives to really level up into a whole nother level of experience of life and abundance of life. So phenomenal share, Ricky. Thank you for that.